It was definitely a really good meet for us leading up to Max. It was our second highest score of the year, third highest score in school history. So, I mean, I think those are never bad things. We had a couple mistakes, but as this team has done many, many times this year, we didn't have to count any. We had one mistake with Karina as a leadoff on floor, and then the other 5 kids hit. We had one mistake in the middle on beam to finish off the meet. We still hit strong, so I was really pleased with how we performed. And especially to put up one of our strongest performances of the year leading into MAC championships, I feel pretty good about it. I think it's going to be a really tight meet, especially if everybody hits. So many of the teams I feel are really comparable this year and really close. So if everybody goes in and does what they're capable of, I think it's going to be a really exciting championship. I think it's going to be really close. I think it could come right down to last event, last routines, which is always it's a bit nerve-wracking as a coach, but can really exciting for fans and always good for the sport. So like I said, I think if everybody goes and does their job, I think it's going to be really exciting. A lot of people, Mets MAC championships, I need to, be so much better. I need to do something different. I need to do this, as opposed to just preparing the same way that we prepared all year, going through the same motions, doing the same job that we keep talking about, trying to just get that little bit more and improve that little bit, staying within themselves and not trying to go do something completely different than we've trained all along. So I think if we can, keep our focus on that and not get distracted by just the, it's MAC championships and it's such a big deal, which it is, but our preparation should still be the same. I think with the All-MAC team, I think it's a tremendous honor for these kids. They've worked really, really hard this year, had to adapt to a whole bunch of changes with the new system, new coaches, new everything. So the fact that we've got 1 first team and 2 second team with Anna, Kendall, and Chantelle, I think it just shows how hard they've worked and how well they've adapted, and I feel like it's a tremendous for them to really be able to get this honor and go into championships feeling great about that.
Northern Illinois, we competed there last weekend. It was a really good meet going into the MAC championships because the competition was really tight. We were neck and neck throughout the whole meet, and overall we performed really well. Had a few glitches, but nothing that can't be worked out over the next week in practice. So I think it was like a good meet going into MACs because the competition was really tough, and I mean, we don't want to. Losing wasn't what we wanted going into the MAC championships, but it's definitely something that gives us a lot of motivation going into this week's championships. Also, another thing about the NIU meet was that we lost, but this whole season we've kind of been breaking a lot of barriers, and even though we didn't come out with a win, we still came out with the 3rd highest score in school history. So that was definitely a positive about the weekend. This year's been a lot different than the past years. We've really been holding each other and the team to a higher standard and holding each other accountable in the gym and out of the gym, and we've been working really hard. Keeping up the energy in the gym is definitely something that we've been doing a lot of, and it's been showing in the meets. As far as going into the floor exercise for the MAC championships, obviously it's really tight competition in the conference this year. All the teams have been really great, and we've been keeping up our part as well. And like I said earlier, we've been breaking barriers, and at the beginning of the year, we as a team set goals, and we've achieved almost all of them, and we plan to take this into the MAC championships with us. As far as the floor exercise goes, it's been one of our strongest events this year, and personally it's my favorite to perform. We've been doing really well and consistent over there, and it's by far one of the most fun events to compete personally. In the gym, we've been working on a lot of quality over quantity and really trying to finesse our routines, especially this week going into the MAC championships. We're really trying to find that extra half a tenth. Everyone's working on the extra half tenth that we can add to our routines and just keep proving that we are as good as we are.